Well, you know, I titled this particular vlog and this particular channel "The Spirit's Voice" for a reason, because on days like this, I mean, it's really hard to hear the Spirit's voice. It's really hard to pay attention and focus on Christ and pray and those kind of things. It's been one of those days. I mean, it just seems like nothing is going right, and I feel miserable. My head's throbbing, my back's killing me. I'm getting old, and the older I get, and I'm super tempted to be grumpy. And earlier I'm trying to figure out where this place is I'm going, and I'm on my phone trying to find the location, and it steers me to the wrong place. And now I'm starting to get testy and upset, and the swear words are popping in my head, and I'm hoping they don't pop out of my mouth. I don't know. Can you identify with this? This is called life, I think. And that's what's going on right now as I'm living life today. There's no place I'd rather be than home, where I could be comfortable and do something like totally brainless, like watch a movie or sleep or whatever, anything that didn't require my aching head to do anything. And yet I've got to get all this stuff done. And I was just praying a few minutes ago, Lord, give me the peace that only comes from you. Help me to focus on you. Help me to hear your voice in my head, and steer away the demons and those kind of things. But that, after all, is what this whole vlog is about. I mean, this is not about me teaching you things. I'm not a minister. I'm not a pastor. I'm not any of those things. I never went to seminary or had a degree in theology or any of that. You know what I am? I'm an average blue-collar guy who loves the Lord and studies his Bible and loves my church and the people in it. And I'm just trying to be more like Jesus every day. And quite often I feel day after day that I'm a little less like him. And some people say to me, "Oh, you've grown a lot, Joel, in the last 20 some odd years that you've been a Christian." But I'm I think the one that's hardest on me. But on days like this, the other day I was talking about Colossians 3:23, and in our Bible group we went over Colossians 3 last night, and we had a great discussion about it. And in there it says, put to death the things of the sinful nature, the things in your life that you were doing before, like my tendency to get irritable with people who are difficult, prideful, arrogant, and so on. The Bible does not say put those people to death. It says put to death my sinful nature. And then on days like this, when I don't feel good physically, and my head's throbbing and it's hard for me to focus, it makes it even more difficult. So I don't know if you can identify with that at all. I know what helps me is when I stop for a second and go, wait a minute, I'm a Christian. I'm a disciple of Christ. I need to show other people Christ in me, even when I don't feel good, even when I'm miserable, even when I want to be testy and rude and obnoxious. I don't get to do that. Instead, I get to be more like Jesus all the time, not just sometimes, but all the time. And that's why Colossians says, whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all. Do it all in the name of Christ Jesus. And that's what I'm going to try to do today. Boy, it isn't easy. I suspect you have days when it isn't easy either, so maybe we can encourage one another. So I want to encourage you now, if you're having a tough day today, you're not alone. I'm having one too. I'm sure there's a lot of other folks in the same position, but we all get to honor Jesus. We all get to do whatever we're going to do, whether in word or deed, in the name of Christ, and we'll do it all in the name of Christ, and think of him. Anyway, thanks again for watching. If you want, please subscribe. And that way, if I have some other crazy thing going on in my head and I share it, then you'll know. Have a great week.